Hello everybody, it's Andy here from AM Media Games. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create an objective system without using any cast 2s. Now that's a big promise, and I'll try and deliver. So a lot of the systems, I always regularly check up on tutorials online to see what kinds of things people are doing, to see if I can make them a little bit better or a little bit better for performance. Now, a lot of tutorials always use event ticks. I'm not going to point fingers. And they also, a lot of them use cast 2 nodes. Now, sometimes it is unavoidable, and on some occasions you're going to kind of have to use them. But it's always good practice to try and find other ways where you don't have to use them. And there's a lot of tools in Unreal, such as event dispatchers, which enable us to do that. Where we can tie them all together with the level blueprint. So here I have a very basic note blueprint set up. Now I don't like doing videos like this where I don't show how I set this up, but I can't keep recreating them for every single video. There is a recent video, so if you go on my YouTube account and look at videos and then put it in date order, you'll see one which is a full interaction system, which includes how to set up the blueprint interface, how to set up interactable notes, and how to use that same interaction system to open and close doors. That's all for beginners to get into starting game design, and that will pretty much get you to this point here. So in this note we have a blueprint interface with a custom name. A lot of people have said I can't find use open close. Use open close is what I named my blueprint interface. So when you create a blueprint interface, it's going to be the name that you give it, and when you look for that under class settings, when you add it and you go to implemented interfaces, which will be this one, this is what I named mine. That's why I can find it and you probably can't. So whatever you named your interface, blueprint interface, is going to be used here. We're going to toggle the event, which is just going to pick up and put down the note, which is this code here. This is going to see if it's on screen. If it's on screen, so is on screen, then we either put it down or pick it up. Down here, we've got the read note custom event, which is just this. So this here calls this event, and we have a put down. There is nothing else in here apart from this section of code. So this is just to display it on screen and remove it from screen. So create widget, add to viewport, remove from parent. The only thing that I've changed in here is I've created a objective event dispatcher. There is nothing in the event dispatcher that does anything. All I've done is drag and call, just like so. So this is the only thing that I've changed. So if you followed my note pickup tutorials, on the put down note, I'm just calling an event. That is all I'm doing. So when you put this, using this kind of technique, when you pick up the note, excuse me, and the player's reading it, you can then call an event when the player puts it down. So this could be player sound, this could be open a door, start and run some kind of pre-programmed, pre-calculated event for like a jump scare. This could be spawning an enemy creature. Again, it's all about your imagination, adding that into your own games. My tutorials are basically around just trying to give you a foundation to start from and build off. So I hope that helps. And the next thing we're going to do in a widget, so if you know how to make widgets, I'm assuming you do if you followed my note tutorial, there's nothing in here. There's no code in the graph. It's just a basic widget with a canvas, a scale box, and a text block. There's nothing else in here. And then in the note, as I said here, in the note, we've got this set as a variable, which is made to public. So we can have anything we want displayed on screen. So if we go and click on our note and we go down here, I can type in something that I want to display. and then when we go in game and we go over to the note and left click, it will display the objective on the screen, and then when we left click again, it will remove it. So the next thing we're going to go over is this thing here called objectives_blueprint. Now I'll make one just so you know how to do that. So we're going to call it objectives tutorial_BP. Excuse me. This is why I haven't done any recordings. The cough just drives me insane. So we're going to drag that into the scene because it needs to be in the level so we can call it in our level blueprint. Now you're not going to see this when you play. If I play the game now, it's invisible. You're never going to see it. There's nothing in here apart from code once we add it. So we're going to open that up. We're going to go to our event graph. We're going to get rid of all of these because we don't need them. In here, we want to do custom event. And we're going to add that, and this is going to be our objective. And then we also want another custom event, so we can copy and paste that, F2 to rename. And this is going to be our objective complete. So we're going to add the objective to the screen, and we're going to remove the objective from the screen. Now we want to create a widget, so create widget, and we want to pick the widget that we want for our objectives. So in here I have an objective widget, and the objective widget will be, so there's a small edit there in the video, I just had to answer a quick call. So in here now we have our objective custom event, objective complete custom event, and then we have our create widget. Down here, let me just open this up. Where's it gone? Why is it not displaying on screen? Oh, okay. So yeah, so down here we have our objective widget, and we can see here in the top corner that we have objectives, and we have a blank text block. Now obviously it's not blank, it's got text block written in it, but it's a blank text block. We're going to use that to display our custom objectives. So in the graph we have nothing, we have no binds. I can remove that. We just have this here, and this is only set up because I am doing a animation, but none of this is necessary. We don't need any of this at all, or this. So we can compile that, and in here we have our text block and objectives, and this is what we're going to edit or alter. So we have a blank graph, and in the designer you want a canvas panel, which is going to be your screen space. So this is the top left corner of your monitor, bottom right corner of your monitor, and imagine this is your, if you look at the top there, you'll see your pixel, your resolution, sorry, there, and if you go to the very bottom, it'll be 1980 by 1080. So this is where you would place and kind of adjust where you want your objectives to appear. So I want mine in the top left corner, so we're going to select on this, and it's just pinned to the top left. This is also pinned, sorry, top right, not top left, and that's all we need in here. In our let's close that. In our objectives tutorial blueprint, we want to call that one. So we're going to go to our objective widget. We're going to apply that there. Now, out of the return value, we want to get our text block. which is called, which one was it called? Let's have a quick look again. There we go. This one was displayed objective. Get displayed objective. There we go. And then we're going to set text, and we want the bottom one just down here. How did I get that one? Just in case anybody was curious there. It says text block here, but I renamed it to displayed objective. You can rename that at the top there, and that'll be the name that you search in your the objectives blueprint that we're going to pull up on screen. And what we want to do is we're going to promote this to a variable, like so it's editable for us. We're going to connect that in just like so we have it set up like this. And we also want to add to viewport. So out of here again, we want to add to viewport. Excuse me. Like so. So we can move that there, put that there. Just make it tight so you can see where the lines are going. And we want to also add in, I mean, we can add a sound effect. So if you want your sound effect to play, you would do it here, play sound at location. Well, actually, no, you just do play sound 2D, yeah. And then you would pick the sound effect that you want to play when it applies this to the screen. The next thing you want to do is remove from parent, move from parent. So it's going to remove it off the screen. That can go in, oops, that can go in there, just like so. And then we can just copy this and place. So this will be your add objective sound, and this will be the remove sound from screen. And that's pretty much everything that you need in this blueprint. So we can move that over, like so. So this is going to remove. This is going to be objective complete, remove from screen. And this is going to add objective to the screen. That's it. So those two are done, and now we can compile that and save it. So we have our objective widget, which is waiting for a command to change the text. This is going to be called to change that text, and then we have our note with our call signal objective, which is just an event dispatcher that I named. So I clicked plus and I named it that. That's all I've done in there. There's no magic behind the scenes. It's just that node, and then you drag, call, and then just connect it in. So let's compile that. Now in our level blueprint, so let's open up our level blueprint. Okay, so in here, what we want to do is we're going to keep the event begin play. Technically we don't really need it, but there are other ways of binding the events. And we're going to get a reference to our note. So we're going to add another one. So let's move this one over. Let's copy that and then place this like so. Let's move that over there. So we have two notes. We have note 1, note 2. And then this is going to add the event to the screen, and this is going to remove the event from the screen. So this would be in another location, maybe behind a locked door, somewhere that the player can't get to prematurely. And then you could even have a door in the scene that will bind the event dispatchers. I hope it makes sense so far. I mean, if there's any questions, you can always jump over onto Discord and I'll give you some further advice. But yeah, so far, this is what we've got. I hope it's okay to follow along to. If you like it, hopefully. And if you want to consider helping the channel more, you can subscribe or share this with other people so they can learn too. But yeah, so let's carry on with the video. So we have note 1 and note 2. Note 1 is going to add our new objective. Note 2 is going to complete our objective. So in our level blueprint, we're going to get a reference to both of our notes. We're going to select them both at the same time. We'll go into our level blueprint. We're going to go and scroll down to where it says get reference to two selected actors. So we have note 1 and we have note 2. Now what we want to do then is we want to bind an event. So we're going to go bind event. And if we scroll up, we can see here we have unbind, unbind all, and bind event to signal. We want that one, like so. And we also want this one. So let's get this one, bind event. And then we scroll up, we can get this one too. So what this does is, this is going to, it's going to call this signal, so call signal objective, and it's going to bind an event to this action. So in your level blueprint, this is going to have an event binded to it, which out of this delegate here, we can then call that event when the action is completed. So it's like it's kind of like a listening post for Morse code back in the war. This is waiting for a bind. This is going to bind the event. Then it's going to be waiting for a signal. Then it's going to play that event when it gets the message. So what we're going to do is we're going to create two custom events, custom event, and we're going to copy this and paste it. We're going to connect the two custom events to the delegate pins. We're going to name this one set objective, and we're going to name this one to complete objective. Out of this one, we want to do a do once, and we want to copy that and paste it. Out of this one, we're going to go into there. Nice aim. Once we've connected our do onces, it's a new word. So once we've connected our do once nodes, we want a reference to our little character here that's sat in our level, and then we're going to create reference to objective tutorials blueprints, and then out of this one, we're going to call objective complete. You can see here, call function, like so. And we're going to get a reference to it again. And down here, this is where the magic happens. So what we want to do now is we're going to get a set node. So we're going to go set. And if we scroll down, we should see, let's have a look. We should see, I believe it's this one. Yeah. So this one here is going to be where we can set our objective. So our objective for this one is find note 2. And out of this, we're going to set our objective. So objective, which is going to be this, because we want to apply the text and then set the objective, just like so. So it's going to look something like this. So you have the event begin play, which is going to bind our event to our notes, and then we have our set objective, and then that's pretty much it. So if we go into the game and we compile that and go into our level, when we go over to our first note and we go and interact, we should see when we put this note down at the top right, we have an objective. Obviously you can adjust the look of it yourself, you know, no mean comments, and no, it doesn't look amazing, it's just a tutorial. But yeah, so the look of it can all be defined by yourselves, it'll make it look better, but for functionality, that's all that matters. And then if we go and find note 2, which is this one, and we interact with it, and then left click again, it removes it from screen. So we've completed that objective, it's removed it from parent, it's no longer on the screen. Job's a good one. Any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you don't want to leave them in the YouTube comments, I don't always see them, but you can also join over on Discord. So feel free to join on Discord, reach out to me over there. There's loads of people on there that are willing to help, lots of different talents and great minds all come together to try and help solve problems for your games or projects. But yeah, if you like the video, please like it. It really helps. Helps the channel grow, helps with the algorithms. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. It's a way to support me for free. It's just a simple click of a button. And share this with other people that might be struggling with their own games. Whether you're at college, or university, and you're trying to study game design and you're using Unreal Engine, these kinds of tutorials really help you kind of build on that foundation. So thanks very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.